Hello,
Hey,
hello. Hi, everyone. This is
hey.
Dave and Roxanne.
Welcome to another episode of
Online
Online
business
Business
questions
Questions of
of
the
the
Week.
week.
Once a week, we talk about the online business and we typically phrase it in a question. But before we do that, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Yes, we always love to know how global we are in this online community. So, we're coming in from our home in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So, in the comments, let us know what city, what country, what states you're in. We always love to connect with you, and hopefully, in the future, we'll be able to see you live.
We're going to dive in right away. So, what's the question this week?
The question today is, or this week is, what can you do if you don't have the money to start a business?
This is a very important question because a lot of people come to us and ask us, Dave, does it require money to start a business, right? And this is a really important question. And our just blunt answer and answer is yes, right? And in general, if you're gonna start a business, again, if you're watching us, you've been following us for a while, and you want to start a business, we want to tell you any business you start requires capital.
Mhm.
And just want to have a clear distinction. This is not a job. This is a business, right? But then I want to propose another question to you. If your goal is to earn more money, right? What are your options to earn more money to really jump up to the next? If you're making $20 an hour, to jump up to 30, 40, what do you need to do to earn more, right? Because if you tell me, oh, I just go get another job, great, right? But you're gonna be still stuck being the same income level,
Mhm.
right? Or you get another job, great, that's another one, another way of doing that. But I'm talking about to raise, your per hour or income per year. What do you need to do, right? You got to ask that question, right?
Yes, and the only way to really increase, your income is to acquire new skills,
That's right.
right? When you
Be more
acquire,
valuable to the marketplace.
yes, and that's through education, right? And a lot of people will go back to school to earn more, right? Let's say if you are an engineer and you want to earn more, right? You probably would need more certification, more, another, like maybe another degree if you want to like earn more, or maybe if you want to switch to a different career, then you need to pay for another, another degree or another education, right?
Yeah.
So in order to start a business as well, it's the same thing. You're acquiring a new skills, you're acquiring a new, for us here in starting an online business, it is a brand new skills for a lot of us, for all of us, right?
Yeah, and there's actually two ways. First is, go to school, acquire skills. You have to pay up to earn the skills. Or the other payment is time, right? So if you work for a company and you move from an employee to a manager, senior manager, whatever, that's another, because you now are actually using different skill sets to become a manager, but that
Mhm.
takes time, right? But again, the answer is in our case, right? Yes, you do need money to start a business, because this is not a business, this is not a job. So what are you essentially doing? You're buying into a business, you're getting new skills to earn more than a day per hour, more per hour. And it's a big quantum leap per hour. For us, for example, right? I used to be a general manager, making close to six figure. Roxanne used to work for the city of Calgary, but because of acquiring the new skill sets and having this business, our income literally 10x, right, per year, right? Which is like mind blowing, like for us, right, by doing this. So again, going back to first of all, I want to address the question. Yes, you do need money in this business, right, to start. How much? Not as much as starting a franchise. You have to go to the webinar to find out fully based on your situation, right? So what can you do if you don't have the money to start the business?
Like for us, when we started, we didn't have any
In fact,
capital.
we were in debt.
We were actually in debt. So we were really negative. So we don't have the money to start. And we're also negative in our money, right? We're owing a lot of money, which is over 86,000 of consumer debts, right? Because of our previous business and personal expenses, right? So what we did is
Before
really
we do that, before we answer what we did, there's a quote from Jim Rohn that says, "When the promise is clear, the price
get
gets
easy.
easy." Roxanne's going to dive on what we did, but think about it when you're going to school. Let me ask you this question. If you really want to finish a 4-year degree and you don't have any money, what do you do? The promise is clear. when you graduate to school, right? Um, uh, uh, that if I get a 4-year degree, if I get a 4-year degree, right, my life will change, whatever degree that is, right? Or if I buy this business, right, franchise, whatever it is, right, my financial situation will change. What do you do? The promise is clear. The price become easy. What do you do? The answer is whatever it takes, right? Because if the value is clear enough for you, right, you will find a way, and that is the answer, right?
Yeah, so for us, I remember it was February 2018. That was our lowest point of our time. We shared a time capsule in one of our videos there that we lost our jobs that gave us a free rent, right? We were really like in a bad position. We lost our job there. We literally get evicted from our apartment, and we were really lost. We don't know what to do. So we asked God to heal our finances, to lead us to the right solution. And months later, Dave saw a Facebook ads in his feed about starting an online business, right? And and from there, I was very skeptical. So I didn't really want to check it out because I was so scared. But what I love about what Dave asked me is this: if we don't do anything after 3 years, right, we only have our jobs at that time. We have our two corporate jobs. I was working in finance and Dave was working as a general manager, so we only have our two full-time jobs. And he said, if let's say we don't do anything, what will happen in 3 years from now? Maybe we'll pay off some debts, right? But what if we do, we build an online business on the side and do our full-time jobs? What can we have in the next 3 to 5 years? Maybe some time freedom, and we'll pay off some debts, right? And good thing I listened to him, because you know in 3 years later on, now we're free. We quit our corporate jobs, right? And imagine that we didn't have anything. And what we did is, really, we knew the promise is, we will be able to quit our corporate jobs. We will be able to, give more to the ministry that we support, to the church, right? And also, maybe we'll have some time freedom. And we were really ready to, we're committed to whatever it takes.
So yeah. So what's the answer? What when we the question? We're just gonna answer the question here. The answer: what can you do if you don't? So we don't. What we did is we use OPM, other people's money, right? We use we leveraged, right,
Mhm.
other people's money to start, because really when you go to school, back to school, you don't really have money. What do?
Yeah.
You leverage. You use the government's money, right? Which is, when I took my my engineering school, the reason why you want to go to school is to earn more money.
Yeah.
You typically don't have any money
Yeah.
when you start. So what do we do? OPM, other people's money, right? So for schooling, for example, right, we use the government's money, right? In this particular case, right, this business, we use other people's money, which
Yeah,
is
we
through.
have our, of course, you need, like for us, we have our two full-time jobs, right? So we didn't have any money, but we have our corporate jobs to fund the business,
Mhm.
right? So that's why we're able to get a loan to start the business. And I think in 3 months later, I think within less than a year, we're able to pay off that loan,
Mhm.
right? And aside from that, going forward, right, like, because it is a business, right, we actually sacrifice even more in the beginning. That we have our other cleaning jobs. We sold some things in our lives to free up some cash flow, but it is worth it.
Yeah. So
I love
we
what Virginia said. Yes, find a way. You really have to find a way.
Yeah, and that's what entrepreneurs do. Entrepreneurs, they find a problem, right? They provide a solution for a profit. That's what you do. So and that's what we did. And again, it was worth it in our case. So there are financing options to start any business or anything that you do. So for example, if you really want something, let's say for example, there's a business that you want to start with. Let's say a cleaning business. I used to be in the cleaning
Industry.
franchise business. I used to be a general manager there, and people that want to start a business don't have any money, typically don't have any money, because it's 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 to start a cleaning franchise. Nobody has money.
Yeah.
So they typically use financing options. But again, the key is you got to work it, because again, that's a responsibility, right? To do that, and that's the thing, that's the key, right? To do it. So yes, so you have to find a way. So let's say, financing is not an option. There are many ways, right? Save up for it if you really want it, right?
Some people
Sell
actually
some
find, yeah,
sell some
sell,
stuff, right?
or some people they ask their friends.
Yeah, yeah, that's really
They ask
creative.
their friends or
That's
their family,
that's
right?
really creative. But again, you gotta have conviction if you do that to get this business
Yeah, definitely. If
up and
there's a
rising.
will, there's a way.
So the answer is, what can you do if you don't have money to start a business? Use other people's money.
Or
Okay,
whatever it takes.
or whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes, and we've done that many times. Whatever it takes to start a business. I hope that helped you. But if you are looking into our particular online business, when you do a coaching call, we, based on your financial situation, we can give you a game plan, and even give you even resources on where you can use OPM, use leverage other people's money,
Mm.
right, to start. And that's what we did. They just, on the coaching call, they told us this is the path to do it, because you have zero money, right? This is how you start zero down, because you're broke, right? And we did.
And
And
almost everybody that start the business or any other things, we don't have the capital or the money, right? We just have a bigger dream to keep us going, and that's why we're here, right? So for, if you are checking us out, we do have a live workshop at 6 p.m. today. That's Tuesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Register at our website, daveandroxanubiso.com. If you missed this and you watch this on a replay, still register, because we will send you the replay link for that.
all right, I hope that gave you value. That's another episode of Online
Online business
Business.
questions of the week.
God bless everybody.
God bless you. Bye.